Good morning. Well, the theme of this AI Summit, Impact Summit, which I'm going to speak on is Universities as City-Scale AI Catalyst, Delhi's Path from Research to Public Impact. Now, this is the fourth AI Summit, which is happening in Global South. First was in UK, where the theme was safety, AI safety. The second was Seoul, again the theme was AI safety. The third was in France, where it was AI action AI, which was actually focused on public service AI, the future of work, innovation, global governance. This is Global AI Impact Summit. The focus is on impact. So how universities can impact, AI ecosystem in Delhi, that is the topic of my discussion, my talk. So the sutras for international audience, it actually defines the intention, the framework, the guiding principle. So the basic three sutras are people, planet, and progress. So people, we have land of cultural diversity. We want to preserve the dignity. We want to have inclusion in its design and development. And it should be people first or human-centered applications, and also upholding safety, trust, and shared benefit. The second is planet. While making solutions, we should worry about the planet, the environment. We should worry about the biodiversity, disaster risk integration, climate change, waste and pollution reduction. The third is progress. The progress should happen in all sectors, whether it is healthcare or agriculture or disaster response or disease mapping, education, etc. There are 7 chakras. These are actually energy or power or the execution. So one of the chakras is human capital. We had digital divide. We don't want AI divide. So this human capital should be such that AI exposure is for everyone. Inclusion of social empowerment, include everybody, because these applications are going to help everyone. And we should focus on safe and trusted AI. Innovation and efficiency, a lot of innovation should happen so that you are able to develop good applications which are beneficial to the society. Efficiency, one should use low compute, it's a lightweight algorithm so that you are able to have impact, and it is countrywide impact. And AI is going to play a very important role in science research, genomics, or drug discovery, or discovery of materials. So there are a lot of areas where AI can help in inventing these, frontier areas of science. And we should have AI resources available to everyone, whether it is startup or students or faculty. We should democratize AI resources. And ultimately, all the applications which we develop should be for economic growth and social good. Now, what is our vision of 2047, Viksit Bharat? We want to be a 30 trillion economy, where 18,000 US dollar is per capita income. And we are looking at society which is characterized by prosperity, equity, inclusivity, and sustainability. Now, in India, the informal economy is actually half of the GDP. 90% of the workforce is in informal economy. What I mean by informal economy, people don't have regular job, they don't have any protection. So how do we bring this informal workforce into the mainstream? That is the objective if we want to achieve 30 trillion economy by 2047. So how do we empower the informal workforce? it's a distribution of informal workforce in India. About 46% are agriculture, 15% construction, then civic, domestic and healthcare services, retail and food services, manufacturing, artisans, logistics, and others. So what I want, or what we should have in mind, we should have street vendor becoming a digital micro-entrepreneur, the artisan reaches global markets, the gig worker gains insurance and stability, the daily wage worker builds financial resilience. So actually it is not charity, it is economic justice which we want to do. So what are the problems this people from informal sector are facing? First is financial fragility and volatility. They don't have any regular income. They don't have any access to the market. They don't know how demands are, what kind of demands are there. Skilling and adoption is an issue. Difficult to get access to skilling and adopting those technology. And also social protection is not there. That is why there's a big productivity gap, because they don't have any access to technology. But things are changing. Computing costs are reducing and will continue to significantly reduce. There are many GPUs in the country now, and if you take the cost, the rental cost for 1 hour of one GPU is under $1, which is the least in the world. So this is coming down, and those GPUs can be accessed by anyone. And then advanced electronics, because of the semiconductor mission, the electronics is getting a push, and very soon we will have our own chips, own hardware, so the cost is going to be low. Adoption of 5G technology, it is widespread. As we speak, there are about 99% of districts, they are covered by 4G and 5G applications, and very soon we will touch that 100% mark where everybody will be connected through 5G. Low-cost smartphones and multimodal capabilities, which will integrate voice, video, text, and everything. And the recent blockchain network ensures that we will have digital ledger technology infrastructure also available in the country. So things are moving in the direction where we want, where we'll be able to bring the informal workforce in the mainstream. This is one very small example how a farmer will get benefited by AI. So this is AI and IoT-enabled precision farming, wherein the farmer has IoT sensors deployed in his farm, and then there is a local AI-based advisory system. So the farmer gets information about the pest or the disease based on some pattern detection. IoT sensors, automatic irrigation, all these things are actually controlled by AI-based systems. So the productivity increases, the yield increases, which actually right now is not the case. The input cost is high and the yield is low. Now using AI, you can reverse this. This is an example of AI-driven micro-robotics for field operations. So you can have swarm of robots in the field, and the model are trained on different crop varieties, and using computer vision and other things, you can have targeted performance either on sowing or weeding or precision spraying. So this is all going to help the farmers, and their yield will increase. India's AI mission, these are the 7 pillars of India AI machine. Compute capacity, as I mentioned, it can be accessed by anyone, and it is very, very, very cheap. $1 per hour of GPU use. Innovation center, almost all the universities, good universities, they have good thriving innovation centers where research on AI and other related technology is happening. We also have a data set which is freely available, and those are Indian data sets. So again, if you see the website of Bharat Kosh, there are about 8,000 plus data sets available which can be used by researchers. And then a lot of students, a lot of faculty working on applications which are focused on healthcare, mobility, climate, manufacturing. All those applications are getting developed. We also have additional duty of training our people for AI knowledge, which is future skills. And startup financing, there's a lot of focus by Government of India to finance startups. And of course, safe and trusted AI is one of the important mission. Your AI is ethical, it is fair, it is accountable, it is transparent. So the expectation is going to be, we want to have frontier technologies at affordable cost. Again, the objective is to bring in those informal workforce in the mainstream. Digital access for everyone. 5G is going to do that. Ecosystems are interoperable by design, so we should have standards, open standards, so that ecosystems are interoperable. And regulatory systems and your AI integration should happen simultaneously. So how universities can play a role in AI advancement in the city? So if you see the AI summit themes, AI for all, inclusive, AI by her, which is women-led AI applications, and the third is UI AI, which is encouraging 13 to 21 years of age, which is the age group in schools and colleges, to solve real-world problems with AI. So we should follow from classroom to lab, lab to startup, and startup to innovation, and ultimately helping the society. So actually, this campus innovation will transform the urban lifestyle. Delhi has unique advantage. It's a dense cluster of universities. We have all sorts of universities, state universities and central universities, and many research institutes. Lot of data available, large, diverse urban population. And a lot of initiatives are being taken by state as well as central government on governance, digital governance, and a lot of startups in the city, industry, and policy institutions. Not many cities can boast of all these things at the same place. So why universities as AI catalyst? So AI is reshaping governance, economy, and daily urban life. Cities are data rich. We have a lot of data available, whether it's pollution or mobility, whatever you want, the data is available, but the solutions are still not there. The best part in the university is we have the talent, we have the research depth, and we are neutral. So we have total ecosystem. There are labs, there are students, there are researchers. They can all help in building good AI solutions. So Delhi scale makes it a living lab for AI-driven public impact. What we need to shift, we have to be future ready. Universities in the AI era, we have to reskill our faculty, restructure institutions for human-centered value creation. So we have to move from ivory towers to civic partners. We have to partner with agencies, governments, so that we understand their problem and solve using AI. We have to go beyond publication and patents. They are also important, but we have to go beyond publication and patents and work for applied and ethical AI. We should move from isolated labs, which is inside the institution, to city-scale living laboratory. I mean, whole city is like a living lab. So universities can act as idea generators or idea factory. There are a lot of ideas which are generated from university. Then translators, they have a capability of translating those ideas not to the final product, but at least to a level where industry can take over and bring a usable product from the invention or from the discovery, whatever the students or the faculty members they do. So students have to be practitioners, and we should work on standards-driven research and IP creation. So TSDSI is a body, telecom body, which works on standards, but they are mainly focused on telecom standards, but they are now opening for other sectors as well. So this is one thing where we can generate IP And through TSDSI route, we can, be part of the standards, international standards. And we should be ethical guardian, where we should ensure that the AI is unbiased, is transparent, and ethical, and responsible AI. There are many challenges Delhi is facing, and some of the use cases which can be immediately worked on. AI-based traffic optimization, reducing congestion. Coming to this place from my institute, it took 2 hours. So I think AI, to some extent, can solve this problem and can reduce congestion. Pollution prediction models guiding real-time interventions. In healthcare, a lot of applications. In education sector, learning analytics improving outcomes in a government school. That is one of the important area which AI can probably solve. And informal sector can get access to market, waste management. So you have a lot of data. You have to extract the insight and take action. The Delhi advantage, we can have a city-university AI consortium. You have all types of universities here. And faculty and students, they should be embedded in city departments. They should go beyond their classrooms or beyond their labs. They should get real-time access to civic data. And because getting data from there, you can continuously work on the problem, continuously get feedback from the agencies, and you can keep refining your solutions. So the transition from a pilot to a final product deployment, which will have an impact, is much faster. So, and we also have additional duty of, training the manpower. So AI programs aligned with urban needs. So in NSUT, we are starting a few MTech programs which are actually around AI. For example, AI in healthcare, AI in communication, and we are also trying to have a program on AI and law, how law or legal system can be benefited from AI technology. And we should have a lot of student-led urban AI projects. The faculty should encourage that students should take up urban AI projects and start up incubation and funding. So we should not create only coders, we should create civic technologists. So that is our objective. For that, we need to tie up with public sectors, with industry, with civil society. With public sector, you have to get some data, co-funded research, policy pilots, and industry, you take your technology for deployment, scale it, and see the impact. You have to interact with NGOs so that you know what is, or the community, so that you know what is the ground truth. And you get feedback and develop your solutions. So what the success will look like. Faster and smarter service delivery. I mean, this is what I'm aiming at. AI-powered public dashboards so that the decision is well-informed and there's a transparency in making the decisions. You can have digital twins for policy simulation. So before you enforce a policy, you can have a trial. You can simulate how that policy is going to work. Improved quality of life indicators and inclusive access to everyone for urban services. So it is more than publication. That is why I have written. Some people may not like this. Publications are important, but I think the impact is more important than the publications. So the big idea is from research, I should go to prototype, to pilot, then policy integration, and then citywide deployment, and then you will see the measurable impact. So universities are not only observers of urban change, but they are stakeholder or co-creators of cities for future, and Delhi is poised to become a global model where AI research directly will improve the public life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for articulating a compelling framework where governance, research, and innovation coverage given by you through our 7 chakras. You have reminded us that AI leadership is not about speed alone, it is about stewardship. To take these ideas further, from vision to execution, we now move into our moderated panel discussion titled From Research to Real-World AI. I invite Professor Shampa Chakravarti as a moderator and all distinguished panelists to the stage.